Welcome back to Debbie Do's Homesteading. I just wanted to get on here real quick to show you how I prepared for my garden this year. It's February, but I planted this, I think a week ago to 2 weeks. Could be wrong. But I wanted to get on here to show you guys how I prepared it, and if you wanted to do the same thing, I can give you some tips. But it's not really hard as I thought it was, to be honest. I found this at the Dollar General store for $5. You could put 72 plants, flowers or vegetables in here. And you can see, I think that's my tomato or my basil. I don't know which, but. And then there's some over here is sprouting, I can see. But how I prepared this was I got seed starter soil mix. And I mixed mine with distilled because I did this last year, but I didn't have this big of a thing. And they all died. I think it's just because my well water it's too hard for them. I don't know if it's the salt that I used, but anyways, I just bought distilled water this year. And so far, so good. So what I did was I mixed the soil in a separate container, poured the distilled water, and made it really moist. Not muddy, but moist. I put them in the little chamber things. And then I got a Sharpie, the opposite end of a Sharpie. And then I made little holes in the soil. And then when I put the seed in it, I covered it up. So I know there was a seed in there. That's a tip. Because I get distracted because I got kids. Kids distract you. But that's what I did to make sure I got every single one of them. It's a little tray that you put water in. You got to keep this moist. They do make pads to heat them up. But I don't put this in my windowsill because I still have snow outside and I just think it's too cold. So that's why I put it in this corner over here. And I got this grow light and I just hooked it. It has a clamp on it, and I just hooked a piece of board to it. And this is wonderful. I got this at Amazon. I believe it was $35 to $40. I could be wrong about the price, but I think it's worth it. Because if it's not sunny outside, that makes up for it. Other than that, I made sure my light was on every night. I make sure there is moisture in here like this. If it's like this, it's doing its job. But we're talking about plants. I planted from seed and I am doing from cuttings. I got this at my local grocery store in the refrigerator section. And they have the cuttings where the salads and stuff's at. And I just took it home, let it warm up a little bit because it's in the refrigerator at the grocery store. And you strip off the stem. Because I love rosemary, but I didn't have the seed by planting it from a seed. I wanted to do this route because the other YouTubers say it was easier, so I'm going to try it myself. So what you do is, like I said, you strip these off, and then you get your scissors and you scrape just a little bit of the brown bark off. That's just, that's what they say to do. I don't really know what it does. I think it just makes it soak up some water. But also these, I water with distilled water. Even my house plants, I am having a good results, awesome results watering with distilled water. I'm also doing that with dill. I have dill, and I also have sage. I don't put them in the windowsill because it's so cold. My rosemary a little bit drooped. So, not right now, not until at least warms up a little bit. But here's my sage. And I got these at my Goodwill. I was very lucky for that. That's why I bought them. Because I always wanted to do that. That's a cheap way of getting herbs and get them going. I'm going to put those in containers. And I'll do more videos on that this summer. If you guys are interested in that. And if you guys are wanting me to do another video about something else, chickens, or how to take care of them, or if there's a video that I didn't do in the past, feel free to ask me. And if I could do it, I would. Because if I can help one person, that I did my job. In my heart, I did my job. But anyways, if you have any questions about, starting your own garden, or starting your own seeds for your garden, please don't hesitate to comment or get a hold of me. If you guys like funny videos, I do videos on TikTok about my chickens, of course. And you can find me on Instagram and also Facebook. And